Welcome back, everybody. We are going to be doing another video on super chests in Act 3. Yeah, I hope it goes well. I haven't really had the best of luck, as other people have had in the past, but that doesn't mean that we can't try again. So we're gonna give it a go. Actually, just make sure that the volume is good. 1 second here. Okay. Oh, I have to find them first. 1 second. Yeah, that's pretty close. Okay, let's do that. Always forget to get the keys. Okay. Oops. So used to doing Mephisto. Probably should grab my mercenary just in case it gets hard. For some reason, the player level doesn't always stick for me, so I always do it a couple times at the beginning. Whoa, okay. It's just a Ral rune. I saw a rune pop and I was like, yes. I have definitely seen people get high runes, so I know it's possible. Other than that, some tall skills would be, grand charms would be awesome as well. So I hope everyone's doing well during this weird time in quarantine. I seem okay. I'm definitely trying to work out a little bit more than I had in the past. Kind of took a first couple weeks I was really really doing it a lot, and then I took a break, and now I'm back at it, trying to do 100 squats, 100 push-ups a day, a few other things. I've been doing some skipping, because apparently skipping is pretty good cardio. We don't have a super big place where I'm living, so. But, yeah, no, I think it's going a little bit better. Whoops. Keep doing it out of habit. Habits, habits, habits. Whoa, I thought I saw a grand charm there. Oh, I did. Ah. My original intention was to cube all the low runes, but what I found is just doing Countess runs just kind of bypasses all that work, because oftentimes the EO rune, or IO rune, or however you say it, drops, and so like that's a lot faster than cubing like hundreds of low runes. Take forever to get an EO rune from the low runes, so I've just been doing Countess, and for the most part it's been pretty good for the runes. I've gotten one mal from the Countess so far. I don't really even know if the Countess can drop high runes. I'm pretty sure any character, or any enemy, sorry, can drop a high rune. It's just very, very unlikely in Hell, right? Like, if it's just an average enemy, I think it's like 1 in 10 million or whatever. But you know, on the kind of special enemies, I think it's, you know, it's like 1 in 1 million or whatever, and then if it's a boss, you know, it goes even lower than that. So it's definitely possible. Just the luck is very low. And comment down below if you feel like I've missed anything. Because again, I'm kind of new at doing super chests, so I might miss something that actually is valuable, but I'm just not used to it. Whoa, they're hitting hard. Probably best to keep the energy shield up there. I almost died. Well, that's pretty good. Would have loved if it was strength, not dex, but take what I can get. So I guess that glove would be considered a good find, but I mean, for now, really, I'm just trying to get some runes because I really like to make an Enigma, Chains of Honor, CTA probably. It's interesting. Large charm. Well, there's a lot that dropped there. Okay, forget it. Those little guys are always a pest because they hit so hard and you can't really kill them. At least for me, it's hard. Got a ring, that's good. Ring, ring, ring. Grand charm, yes. Here we go. Come on. Come on, come on. Sometimes it's helpful to actually look at the ground when you're doing this, because sometimes it actually shows the charms on the ground, so it's a little bit easier to pick them out. There's a lot of stuff that pops out of that chest super fast, and if you don't see it, that's kind of the... Ooh, there we go. Grand charm, grand charm. Oh, hold on. Huh, that's an interesting one. Oh yeah, so if anyone didn't know, I found this in Act 5. So I made the spirit. Didn't think it was worth making a video over, but yeah, no, it was really good. I tried to do the pit for a bit. I re-rolled my sorceress into lightning, um, and I did the pit for a few runs, but it wasn't super fast because my gear's not totally 100% yet, so my lightning damage was just over 10k, and so it wasn't super fast. And my resistance isn't that great still, so it's hard for me to take a hit. But yeah, that's usually where I've been told in the past. That's where you get the Monarch shields the most, or really just any. Ooh, I got a Lem. That's good. Lem rune. Oh, hold on. Okay. But yeah, I've been told so many times for when you're doing BattleNet in ladder, the pit is always the best. But honestly, I haven't ever really had the best of luck with the pit, so that's just my own opinion. But I'm sure lots of other people have had really good luck with that. So actually think I might do soon anyway. Maybe in the maybe next week actually, or sooner. I want to do Nightmare Cows on player level 7, if only if it's really fast. If I have to downgrade it to level 5 or something, I might think it's still worth it. But ooh, that's actually pretty good. I'll keep that. Level 41. Okay. But yeah, I was thinking maybe Nightmare Cows, potentially, on level 5, 6, or 7, might have a chance to drop some socketed items. I was hoping for some socketed shields, socketed helms, really just anything, or maybe some mercenary equipment that was socketed, like a scythe or something. Right, the one that I have now, actually, I upgraded it. This is a battle scythe. Not bad. I wish the meditation was 17, but I can always re-roll it. Oh, I got a lot of large charms. It'd be nicer if they were good, but still. It was funny, I think one of my first YouTube videos was, I was trying to be clever. I think I put it as, where to find high runes, and, I think that was the title of the video, is, how to find high runes or something, or the best way to find high runes, and, um, I didn't know any better, so I just did all the runs that I usually do, so it's just all the standard runs. It's Andariel, Duriel, Mephisto, Diablo, Bale, and a few other ones like Countess, and Pindle, and everyone's just that's just standard runs. That's not telling me how to find high runes, but it's well, that's how I've done it for years, and I think that's pretty much just how you do it, because really any enemy in hell has the potential to give you high runes, but of course the bosses and the unique enemies have a higher chance, so it's really just about doing it over and over and over again. But the unique thing about doing these chests is that apparently, because chests, they don't, have nothing to do with Magic Find, and runes don't have anything to do with Magic Find either, but it's all just chance, but they have a higher chance rate. Oh, that's an interesting Grand Charm. But yeah, they have a higher chance rate, and so that I found a Nightmare. Pretty sure, along with that Cold GC, which I thought was interesting. That's another thing. I always assumed that one to skill Grand Charms were like only dropped in Hell, because I was just like, oh, like I've never found one in Nightmare, and you just think, well, it's such a high level, like kind of end game gear. Why would it drop in Nightmare? But oh, Grand Charm. But oftentimes they drop in Nightmare, or not oftentimes, but I've been having it happen more in Nightmare, which is very interesting to me. I was going to teleport back to the waypoint. I don't know why, but it's just faster to do Town Portal. That's what I found. Unless the waypoint is right next to where the camp is. And for anyone out there, I do know that oftentimes there's two camps where there's the fire camps. So you can technically do 4 chests per run, but what I find is that you just spend more time teleporting, and it's just better to just do one, because if it's close by, like this is actually relatively far away, but that's not bad. There are closer ones. I've done one that's like literally right next to the waypoint, but you can't always predict what you're gonna do or what you're gonna get. So. But yeah, most of the time it's just faster to do Town Portal. Well, certainly getting enough low runes from these chests, but not much of anything else. Whoops. I wonder if player 7 is not actually the best for the chests. That's a very probably controversial subject, but maybe someone that's tested it out. I might test it out just out of curiosity. But then, you know, having a good run doesn't necessarily mean it's because you changed it. It just could be like, oh, well, you know, your luck has changed, right? You can't account a lot oftentimes for game variance and the luck that comes along with that. So just because you have a successful run doesn't actually mean that it's because of something that you changed. trying to think of what the name of that is. Correlation doesn't equal causation necessarily. So, but yeah, maybe I'll do a couple runs on like level 6 or level 5 in hell for super chest and see if I get better results. I think it's just a time thing. You know, if I do it for 4 hours or 5 hours, like I should be bound to find something, I would imagine. Oh, okay. That was close.
What do you need? I am overburdened.
I thought I saw something, but guess I was wrong. That was cool. Charm is still in the air when I left.
Greetings.
Oh, we got a grand charm. Alright, see you, Tommy. That's my roommate leaving. He's one of the rare people who gets to work during these weird times.
Good day.
Let me know down in the comments below what kind of job do you do and are you still allowed to work? Because I'm unfortunately not allowed to work right now. I'm a registered massage therapist in British Columbia, so we are not only are we a non-essential service in healthcare, but we're one of the worst professions to be in terms of spreading disease because let's say I work on like 10 ICBC or WCBC claims or something a day or something like that. Just like over 2 weeks or 3 weeks of me working or whatever, the amount of people that those people are in contact with is like the population of Canada, so doesn't even it's not good. So we were cut off really early, uh, second week of March. So it's been a month that I've been in quarantine. I think I'm handling it pretty well, but it's kind of crazy when I think about it. It's like feels much longer than a month. I was just curious if that enemy had anything there, but doesn't look like it. I have some videos coming out about Necromancer, so it's pretty fun. I've kind of forgotten how fun Necromancer is. I also want to do Assassin pretty soon. Like, all these characters are going to be super awesome once I get Enigma, but right now it's like, can't really, Sorceress is really my only character that can do runs. Everything else would be pretty slow. I think I had been contemplating actually making an Amazon, because their damage is usually pretty good. She probably could do pit runs, but her Magifine would be pretty low, generally speaking. From what I've done in the past with Amazons, you don't really get a lot of Magifine, so that was actually one of the things with this Sorceress, is like I did so many runs when I had like almost no Magifine, and I got nothing, no items whatsoever. And as soon as I think it was like after I got like 100 or 120 Magifine, even though that's pretty low, man, did the items just start pouring in when I was like doing Mephisto and Andariel. Cause I did like 200 runs on Andariel with like 20 Magifine, and I got like nothing in hell, but like 120 Magifine, do 100 runs of Andariel, you'll start getting some items. I'm actually really surprised I haven't got an Oculus yet. That I would love that more than what I have on right now. But yeah, just hasn't happened, and it's so weird because maybe, like, I've always thought like the pluggy mod is really awesome and it's supposed to not change anything about the game, but I always wondered about, like, is it changing the drop rate at all, or is the drop rate different on... Whoa, that's nice. Yari, if I'm not mistaken, in its current state with no sockets, if I put sockets in that, I think it's a 6-socketed and it's ethereal, so I could definitely go my mercenary. Breath of the Dying would be awesome in that. Quite certain that that's what that's used for. Or something else, but Breath of the Dying for sure. That was a nice find. Thought I saw something there. Oh, no way. Huh. It's right here. Oh, that is hilarious. I didn't even bother to look for where the second camp is. Okay, I'm gonna I'm gonna definitely start doing the second camp now because it's so close. That's so funny. Usually the first camp and the second camp are so far away from each other. That's why I said what I said like I don't know, like 10 minutes ago, which is that I only usually look for one camp. But the fact that they're so close together. Okay, I'm definitely doing both now. That is so crazy. That's so cool. They're so close together. Now I can do like double the amount of chests. So who knows? Maybe now's the time to start get some stuff.
I am overburdened.
Okay. If I start finding some good stuff, maybe I'll put it in a separate part of my stash so I can kind of keep track of what I got was good or what I got wasn't that great or anything. But not not awesome. Ooh, there we go. Rare amulet. Jewel, nice. Oh, and a small charm. Look at that.
Stay a while and listen.
Okay. Actually, it would be nice if I had room for it. What I'll do is I'll put it on. Whoops. Maybe. Actually, you know what? I can do it on here. We'll put it here. I'll put everything that I find here, even the gems. That way, it looks a little bit better. Even if I don't find anything crazy, then at least I'll know my accomplishments. Yeah, because I guess, I mean, I'm still, finding low runes and I'm still finding gems and stuff. When I say I don't find anything, I'm just talking about the big items, but I'm still finding some smaller stuff. Oh, that monarch would have been awesome if it was white instead of magical. Ooh, large charm. So interesting. I never thought. Oh, whoops. Um, I always wondered where do people get like all those gems. Turns out all you gotta do is go into a packed room and hit some super chests and gems galore. I mean, kind of actually makes it seem like, because on Balana it's like usually they do a full chest or full stash, I should say, like 40 perfect gems for a high rune, and now looking at it, I'm like, oh, that's a little bit unfair because 40 perfect gems is pretty easy to find comparatively speaking to a high rune, like a legit high rune, not just like a ist or something, but like a Zod or something. Oh, hell rune. Nice. Oh, I saw it. I saw it. Shell rune. Ooh, hold on. That's actually pretty good. That could be a spirit. Don't really need another shield to be honest for my paladin right now, but I'm down to keep it. Ooh. Might check out that Grim shield as well. It's interesting, like, oftentimes a lot of the things that I pick up don't really seem that great. Um, but, you know, you always have to look at the future potential of an item, not just what's dropping in the moment. I can't get that. Huh. Maybe that's where I get, a good place to get your Monarch shield is off of those little weapon or armor stands. I don't often hit those. I should start doing that now. Maybe that's where the player level 7 kicks in. Better chance of getting something useful off of those stands. Oh, we get another low rune. Nice. Nothing off of that. Ancient shield. Nothing.
I can't carry anymore.
It's definitely a good way to get gold. If anyone was curious about a really good way to get gold. Oh shoot. Like, look at that. 2 flawless gems right there. Whoa. What is that? Ah, it's a kite shield. I got excited. Thought it was a monarch. I think I found more shale runes than all other runes combined. They drop so frequently. I don't know why, but they do. And I do a 50-50 pickup, whether or not I want to pick it up or not. There's just a lot of things that you could just hit with your telekinesis in here. Possible drops. Ooh. One socket away. Oh, large charm. Ah. Oh, I definitely saw a rune there. I'm gonna. Oh, it's an ort rune. Okay, never mind. If a high rune drops, I'm not gonna go away. I'm gonna fight to the death. But for a low rune that I can get anywhere else, I'm not gonna spend the time or waste the time, I should say. Oh, Korun. Korun. Yeah, baby. Shale run. Look at that. Another one. I'm telling you, they drop so frequently. Like, whoa, that's nice. They are definitely the most popular rune that I've seen drop. Shale runes drop like once every third run, maybe. Ooh, Grand Charm.
I can't carry anymore.
Oh man, after so many runs, you just start like hallucinating. You're just like, oh, there's got to be something there. Keep doubling
I
back.
am overburdened.
Oh, that's an interesting. Get out of my way. Wow, that sucks. Wait, the Rune Scepter.
I am overburdened.
The stupid little enemies are such a pain.
Hail to you, champion.
I'm gonna try and hit that armor stand every single time because who knows, maybe a Monarch Shield comes off of that. I could always make a rune word, what's it called? Dragon, right? So, another one of these guys. Wow, that's a really good place to find a spirit shield for a paladin. Get out of the way. For crying out loud.
I need mana.
Maximum damage, not bad. I'll keep that. See, look how many flawless gems that I'm getting. Doesn't take very much, and then you got some perfect gems. Super, super fast. We had to get 40 perfect gems. For anyone playing online, that's the way to go. I've never been much into crafting, but maybe because I'm playing so much single player, I'll learn. maybe one or two videos. Maybe I'll keep all my flawless or sorry, perfect. I'll turn all my flawless gems into perfect gems, and I'll craft or re-roll some grand charms that I found on like Diablo or something. I don't even really know what are the best grand charms to re-roll. Like from what drop? Like is Count as a good drop? Diablo, Bale. Does it have to be from a boss or can it be from anywhere? And does it have the potential? And if you just keep re-rolling a grand charm, does it just eventually turn into something good, or is there like a cap to how good it can get, and then after you get to that point, it's like not worth it anymore? Like I don't know. I've never gotten into crafting that much. I've gotten lucky with crafting and re-rolled a couple small charms, and just like incredible luck, and gotten like a 5 to all resistance small charm. But I know some people do it like all day long, and they know all the secrets behind what you're supposed to do. So I think there's like a certain level, and you know, you want a certain amount of magic find or something. There's a lot to crafting that I don't know. Ooh. Oh, now that's a find and a half. That's pretty good. Okay. Okay. I had considered making that rune word, which now I can't remember the name of it, but it's the class specific one. Like each character has a class specific rune word, like that gives you 2 to all skills. And whoa, no way. What? Wow, is that just like a common drop that pops off that thing? Oh, and I found that one before. I don't know. I'm gonna keep them. Those are good. Nothing wrong with those. Just means I got 3 or 4 classes worth of base runeward material there. Whoa, was that a Malrune? Oh no, come on.
I am overburdened.
Haha. Really?
I can't.
That just my eyes playing tricks on me there. Son of a... Ah. That really sucks. I thought for sure that was a Malrune that popped off there. Ah, whatever. That's okay. Wow. more sockets. I didn't pick it up because I'm just looking for shields that have resistance to it. Okay. Another one. Oh, for anyone just curious about why it keeps saying like Stone of Jordan sold or something, that's just the pluggy mod. Um, sometimes declone just pops automatically. I don't have to do anything. But pretty sure I watched a video one time online and it said that hold on. No. All I have to do is if I have a spare Stone of Jordan, uh, if I sell it, it's guaranteed to pop in my room. I don't have to wonder. EO rune, nice. Finally finding some kind of middle of the road to low runes. Oh, Grand Charm, Grand Charm. Four to strength. I have a lot of Grand Charms that are 5 to 6 to strength, so I'm not going to keep that one, but it's not a terribly bad Grand Charm. Plus it had the 10 to defense, which is always nice to have that double stat. Oh man, that's not good. Oh. I might keep that. Hold on. I'm going to check it again when I have a second here. Those stupid little tree lurker things. Those are like the bane of my existence. 35 enhanced damage, 60 attack rating, 9 enhanced defense, max durability. I mean, max durability, whatever, but everything else, that's actually worth it. I mean, the other one that was very similar to that, I rejected, but the 35 enhanced damage, if I'm not mistaken, the difference between this one and that one is, of course, you know, you don't get the resistance, but if you make that into an exile, I think, I don't know, does it make a difference or not if it has enhanced damage or not? Or is it just purely the smite and holy shield that creates the damage? I'm not sure, but I'm going to keep that one. That's so crazy. I'm going to hit that stand every single time. See, I'm learning. If I ever go back to playing online, these are little tips and tricks you gotta remember. The nice thing about playing on ladder is that there's so many games open. All you do is just like in hell, just pop into a game, pop out, and just hit up the chests. It's pretty simple. Whoa, there was so much that popped out of that. It's an ethereal armor. Oh, well, that's not a usable weapon. But yeah, that ethereal armor makes me realize that it might be a possibility to get some mercenary armor off of that. You're always looking for really, really high defense ethereal armor that has no sockets, because most of the time you can get 4 sockets off of that using the quests in Act 5. And you can make Fortitude, which is generally the most common armor made for mercenaries. I've already found my mercenary armor, but I'm looking for another one. It's right now it's 680 something. Well, that's pretty good. Actually, that one I can make for not Enigma but Chains of Honor, because it's white, which means that no sockets. It's non-magical, so I can do 4 sockets in that, which is perfect. Everyone's always looking for Archeon plates, and that was what I always did, and I kind of ignored all the other armors, but Mesh is actually pretty good. And even the Dust Shroud ones, like, I used to, even on my sources, always go for the Archeon plate, but the reason why Dust Shroud's better generally... Whoa, okay. Aw, man, I hit the escape, and it didn't load when I did that, so I should have been able to stop it, but just didn't happen. But yeah, like Dust Shroud armor is the purpose of it. If people don't know, for rune words, and why it's usually generally preferred for sorceress is because the strength requirement is like half of what it is for an Archeon plate, which is actually one of the reasons why now there's like a new trend that's going on where people aren't even really going for Archeon plates anymore, because the extra defense is like, it's a little bit, but it's not a ton. So most people will just go even like light mage plate, which is often found in Nightmare. So by the time they get to Hell, they already have their base armor that they need to make Enigma, and they don't have to worry about it. But yeah, so light mage plate is a good substitute if you can't find Archeon plate. Low quality Dust Shroud. The only downside to Dust Shrouds are that you do have to repair them a lot, and the actual repair, instead of like an Archeon, which, sorry, I just wanted to see. Oh, no way, perfect. That's what I was looking for. Dang. That's another Breath of the Dying weapon if you want to do it. I mean, these are all things in the future. I have like no I have no intention of doing any of this stuff right now. Keeping that, I think it's 3-socketed. You can do something with that. Definitely do something. Can't remember. I don't think Breath of the Dying gives you an aura. It's just purely just like straight up damage. Mercenary weapon, but it's pretty wicked, and I think it gives you a whole bunch of poison damage or something, so if that's something that you're interested in. For enhanced damage. Huh. I think that's another exile weapon. Because exile, if I'm not mistaken, repairs itself every 4 seconds. I'll keep that. I'm not entirely sure. I'll keep it. Really just filling up my inventory with armor instead of runes like I had intended. Soul rune, nice. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Oh, Demon Hunting Glove is probably a better fit. Oh, and I see there's a large charm on the ground, so let's just check what this is. That's nothing. Huh. That's an interesting. Might sell that. Let's sell this. I should be selling some more things because then I can do gambling later on. Just haven't really been thinking about it. Oh crap. Oh crap. Oh. Look at that. Yeah, I should be selling stuff because now I gotta pay every time my mercenary dies. 50 grand's not cheap. Ooh. Double grand charm, nice. Small charm, sweet. Huh. That's the second time I've found something like that. I think the other one had 3 to dexterity on it. I'm down to keep that though. I'm gonna keep that for a low level character. We can get rid of that. I'm just trying to keep everything now, but everything has potential. Maybe not right now, but later on. I'll be happy I saved some stuff. Ooh, there's a small charm there. Come on.
I need help.
Did I get it? Oh, sweet. Okay. I think I found the best I can get on those shields. Um, I found the damage one and I found the resist one, so there really isn't anyone left, I think. Okay. It's a little sketch. Okay, let's start a new. Oh, whoops. I guess it doesn't matter. Just for speed. Put it on every 10th slot. Grand Charm. Here we go. No. Ah. Dang. Ah, come on. Stop it. Wow, my guy's about to die. Ooh.
What do you need?
Alright, there's a small charm there. I just can't grab it. Come on. There we go. There we go.
I need help.
Oh, come on. Man, that was a brutal run. Jeez. Just escaping with the skin of my teeth there. Twice. Every time arrows drop, I always think it's a grand charm. Becoming a habit. Always curious whether or not that shield's gonna be better, but I think I found the best shield that I'm gonna get, so. mesh armor. Mine's better. Okay, let's restock here. Oh, I gotta put that in my stash. Totally forgot about that. What do I have right now? I have Geeds. That I got a Nightmare, I think. Nightmare or Hell? I'm not sure. One of these I got in Nightmare with my Zealer. Okay. Everything else. Everything else is needed. Okay. I don't know about you, but sometimes when you don't have like perfect gear and you just like you're always holding on to like these little small charms in the back of your stash and you haven't upgraded them yet. And you think that you need them, and then turns out that like half of what you have in your inventory is not even relevant anymore. That's happened a couple times to me. It's not great. It's just more for lower levels, or if one character is just desperately needing poison resistance.
Hail to you, champion.
Whoa, yes. Yeah, baby. Vex rune. That's what I'm talking about. That's what makes these runs worth it. That's awesome. Look at that. Right there. Yes. One step closer to making some actual rune words. This is awesome. Yeah. Actually, I'll keep it. I was gonna put it where my other runes, but I'll just put it there, cut up the top to highlight it. Yes. Oh man, it's so nice to like finally actually get some high runes. Whoa, I enchanted myself. My experience with actually like finding high runes is so limited. Like I've traded for high runes so many times with different items and whatever, but like actually finding them, I don't even know. I think I've maybe found like like I don't know, like 5, 6 like legit high runes that are like above like an ist or whatever, like actual high runes. Yeah, like maybe 5 or 6. Um I've had it where like someone's accidentally like dropped a high rune or something in like a bail game, or maybe not even accidentally. Maybe they were doing it on purpose to be nice or something. I think that happened. I got like a burr rune that way one time. I thought that was like the best thing ever. Who knows? Maybe wasn't even legit. There's just so much duping back in the day. But like actually finding a high rune, it's like I didn't know about this chest thing, the super chests, till I think I mentioned like in another video. Like maybe I found it like a couple years ago, but like I never did anything about it because it always just seemed insane online to do this like hundreds and hundreds of times. But in single player, it's so easy because the map doesn't change where it is, but still, Still have to do it a whole bunch of times before you get anything, but dang man, Vex Rune, that's amazing. So good. Oh, that's epic. Whoa. Dang, that's even higher. 45 to resist? Someone in the comments probably knows whether or not that's perfect. The enhanced defense is not perfect. Probably 15 enhanced defense is perfect, but um, the 45 to resistance, that's got to be perfect because, well, I don't know. I don't think you would really. I don't know if Blizzard would allow more resistance than that for one shield, especially on such a good shield. That's wicked. I still can't get over. Found a Vex Rune. That's so awesome. So awesome. That's interesting. Every time I hit this thing, it's always Demon Head. It's always something to do with Necromancer. I wonder if that is secretly like a Necromancer only armor stand or something. Probably not, but just interesting. Wow, that Vex Rune drop really invigorated me. I'm like, now I'm motivated to continue. There's a dole there, but I decided to skip it. That weapon stand over there never has anything good. I've noticed anyway. Actually, I was just talking. I was thinking about this right now. I was talking with my friend in one of my recent videos. Did they nerf Necromancer? Because I remember I used to, when I was like a kid and I was playing Necromancer, it just seemed like it was such a crazy powerful character. And just more recently, the builds are somewhat dwarfed compared to like I don't know, like Hammered In and like all the like Assassin and stuff like that. Like it just doesn't seem like Necromancer's quite doing the amount of damage that that it used to. I don't know. That just could be me, but didn't really seem to be that strong. And I don't think I've ever successfully made a good skeleton uh, Necromancer. Like it's always usually just like poison and bone. Um, I don't know if anyone knows of any good builds. I would definitely be down to to try it, um, yeah, let me know. Cause whoa, crap. Oh no. I was trying to get that last chest. Huh. It's funny, I was talking about losing money on my mercenary. Best way to lose money is just die in hell. You lose like 500, 600,000, sometimes more. Alright, regroup. Here we go. I remember one of my friends back in the day on D2, just on the game. I never met them in real life, but knew them for like probably 6 or 7 years just on the game. But back when there, rune words weren't a thing, and oh, ear rune, there we go, nice. But like rune words weren't a thing, and it was just a lot more simple back then with like in terms of what items you can get and things like that. But I just remember he made an assassin. I can't remember if he was a trap assassin or if he was melee, like just like martial arts. But he had a very interesting build, which was, and it was only for if he was dueling sorceress, but it was a 100% absorb element build. It was super interesting. He found all these different items that absorb like different elemental magic. Like his like glove, for instance, would like absorb 50% of fire damage or something like that, and like his boots would be like 45% like cold damage or whatever. And so like every single, like he had like pretty crappy gear on, um, except for actually he probably is martial arts. Yeah, I think he was wearing Bardicus, so he was probably martial arts. Bardicus talons, but yeah, everything else was like pretty crappy gear, um, and it was built in such a way that like literally any elemental damage done to him, or like like cold, fire, lightning, poison, just didn't matter which one it was. He couldn't get hit, and it was just hilarious being in the same room while people freaked out and they're like, "How is that possible? I do like 20 or 30k lightning, and I can't hit you." Anyway, it was interesting. Such an interesting build. That was actually back when I don't think it's one of those discontinued items, but I had a assassin, a trap assassin, and I'm trying to think of what it was a unique item, but it was a double. It doubled up, or sorry, no, it wasn't a unique item. It was a magic item, but it did three to assassin skills, which was like on its own amazing. It did 3 to assassin skills, but it also did 3 to trap. So essentially, if for a trap assassin, that's like 6 to all skills. And I remember I found one of them, and one of my friends gave me one. So literally just on my weapons, I had 12 to all skills for my traps. Man, those are the days. I really wish I still had that account. Um, Yeah, when you don't play Diablo for a long time, there was like periods of time where I didn't play Diablo for like, you know, 3 years or 5 years. So, or go on specific accounts that I had forgotten that I had made. uh, yeah, you lose your characters, you lose your items. So it's unfortunate. I still remember those imp boots back in the day. People would always talk about that they gave you like 40 to all resistance, which is absolutely insane. That was pre-patch, I think, uh, 0.06 or something. That was a long time ago. Probably like 16, 17 years ago. Dang it. I'm going to forget that one. Sometimes it's not worth it if you're going to die. The upside is I literally just leveled to 86. So it wasn't like I was at the end of my level, which is nice. All this dying. Usually that would be upsetting. Oh, I just did this one. Oh, let's see if I can get the... Ah, nothing. Oh, I saw something. Come on. Come on. Get off me.
I am overburdened.
What? I 100% saw something. Oh, that is so weird. Yeah, I'm just hallucinating at this point. I legit thought I saw something there. Speaking of talons, let's just see. Wow, that's actually a 3-socketed. Huh. Just for kicks, I'll keep it. Two rings and a war boot. That's nice.
Good to see you.
Nothing.
Yes.
It annoys me that Ormus doesn't sell keys. Because occasionally I sell items to him and it'd just be convenient if I didn't have to go to Act 4 to get the keys. So funny things to complain about, but when you do as many runs as this, you just kind of want things to come easily. 10 to life, nothing. Oh, Hell Rune, okay. Okay. Okay, 2 jewels, nice.
Good day.
Hmm.
Hello.
It's a pretty nice defensive jewel. Okay, okay. Oh. And I don't know why I feel the need to mention this, but for anyone that doesn't play this game very often, one of the reasons why I over teleport all the time around um, the little like huts there, where the chests are, is just because oftentimes there's just so much on the ground. Thought I saw a ground charm there. Yes, I did. Okay, well, have to kill these guys. Or I can just... Can I grab it? Can I grab it? There we go. I teleported around because it lets the game view more items. So if it can view more items, or at a different angle view different items, then you can make sure that you haven't missed anything. And because a lot of times you miss stuff like runes because you just can't see them. There's so many items that they're processing that it's not in your field of vision. Which is why sometimes I pick up the gold, because if there's just too much stuff on the ground, sometimes your field of vision is clouded. Oh, okay.
Hello.
Nah. I don't know, just see what that shield is. Okay. Being a little quiet since that Vex rune, but that's okay. I'm more surprised. Oh, okay. That's actually pretty good. I was gonna say I'm more surprised that I haven't found better Grand Charms considering how many I've found, but sometimes you just go through bad luck. Bad luck. Ooh, I need to restock some keys. Restock some keys. One sec, my phone is going. Oh, it's just it's one of those weird numbers. I don't know if you ever you guys get these calls. I think it's like Chinese people yelling at you, but it could be a different language. I don't know. Doesn't really matter. But the the point is they're yelling at you in a different language and you don't understand them. And anyway, I find it kind of hilarious, but sometimes you just get a whole bunch of them. And yeah. Sometimes they come in waves, you know, you get like 5 or 6 in a week, and then you don't get any, and then it comes back. That one to lightning small charm is pretty good. Wish I could get a whole bunch of those and just put them on my Zealer. Oh, Malrun. There you go. Nice. Yes. Perfect. Right on. That's awesome. See, when you think about it, it's like it's been like an hour and 40. Found 2 runes that I desperately need. I don't know if you do that a whole bunch, you know, once a day or something. Adds up, man. Adds up. Oh, that's wicked. I don't know what I should make next then. We'll see. Maybe the next high rune that I get will kind of dictate what I'm gonna get. Because Vex is making me think maybe I should just make a Hodo. Really help round out this character that I have right now. Pick it up. There we go. Oh. Whoa. That's nice. Those these shields are, I'm pretty sure, an automatic 4-socket if you use the quest. So that's cool. Block chance 48. Resist 45. I don't know, I think I'll keep it. Just in case. Alright. Did manage to get the small charm. Oh, there's something is there. We could just move out of the way. It's a grand charm right there that I can't pick up. There we go.
I can't hit.
Oh, it's actually a nifty little small charm there. 16 life, 7 or 9 to mana. I'll keep that. I don't know. I have quite a few of these mana charms. I think I'm not going to keep it for now, at least.
Hello.
Actually, here's a question for you if you've made it this far into the video. I remember a long time ago there was like a Diablo handbook. It was like massive. It was like 200 pages, maybe 300 pages. Super thick book. Explained how to play the game, different things, but there was actually what you call it? There was a cube recipe page. And I'm pretty sure, I don't know, maybe it's online. Maybe this is not even that big of a question at all, but pretty sure there's a recipe to make a Stone of Jordan. And I just remember I tried so many times online to do that at different points in my life, and I don't know, was that like, are you, I don't know, I never was able to do it. Was that like only in ladder you could do that? Because I didn't start playing ladder till much later in my Diablo career, or whatever you want to call it. But like, you know, what am I trying to say here? The last maybe like 5 years I've been playing ladder, but I've been playing this game for like 20 years, so the majority of it I never played ladder, and that was kind of silly of me, but because that's where all the items are. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe is there a legit recipe to make a Stone of Jordan? I don't know. I just remember it was some weird thing. Like it's like a 6-socketed sword plus 3 perfect gems, a ring, because you know, you're turning the ring into something,
Stay a while.
and something else. I don't know. That's what I remember. I could be totally wrong about that. But that was actually, it was an original recipe in the Diablo 2 manual for a cubing recipe. And I wondered if maybe even if that was not for the expansion, because I never actually played the regular Diablo 2. I've always played the expansion. As far as I can remember anyway. Maybe when I was when I was really little, like 6 or 7, that I guess we were playing the regular Diablo, but then just like a couple years later the expansion came out and we never went back, so I wonder if maybe that was like an original recipe. Oh, now I've just answered my own question. Anyway. Maybe I'll look it up after this and I can get back to you. Anyway, I thought that was kind of funny. Or interesting, I should say. Man, every time that message comes up when I enter the game of how many Stone Jordans is sold and whatever. Man, declone has popped like 4 times or 5 times now, and when I'm in the room long enough for it to just pop automatically, and man, am I nowhere near being able strong enough to fight him. So it kind of sucks because an Annie would be amazing. Um, that's actually something that I should definitely start getting pretty into the Zealer right now. I think I have almost all the gear that I need. Probably like Chains of Honor would be good, or some other really nice gear, like Enigma maybe. You know, if you're going a little less intense. But I mean, by then there's other options. Kind of one note to that actually is where is it? If I can find it, I will show you. Hold on. I have the whole set now, I think. Here, okay. So the set isn't required, but this right here, this is the I don't know how you say it. I'm just gonna say winged helm. But anyway, this particular set, winged helm, the 35% crushing chance to crushing blow is essential um, for if you're doing smite damage with exile, and it actually is really awesome for doing Ubers. So that's just a little tip. I found that out recently, so I just wanted to pass that on. And it's a little bit less a lesser item, but at the same time, it still works amazingly well. Ooh, battle scythe. Darn, that could have been something. Holy moly! When your hit recovery is not good, like mine isn't, when they continually hit you like that, it's like you literally can't do anything. You're just like stunned, pretty much. Sorry, I'm just gonna adjust the mic here. Absolutely crazy. Alright. Just wanted to circle back. Felt like something was there. Man, I'm running out of everything. Okay, let's just regroup. Here we go. I know I'm super inconsistent with picking up gems, but it's just because, for the most part, that's not what I'm looking for. I pick them up occasionally when I feel like it, but I have a lot of flawless gems right now. Don't really need more. Can you get unique items from chests? I didn't even think about that. Like rings or that white Shaco dropping just kind of like made me think. I was like, oh, I wonder if like it's possible to get any like unique items from chests. I mean, I've done this many runs and I've never found one, so I'm gonna say no, but who knows? Maybe it's a possibility. I remember mentioning in my previous video, like, I read an article, this was a while ago, and this guy was saying how he was like really into the odds of Diablo, so like different things dropping and gambling, and so I was interested in the gambling, and he was saying that it's actually possible to get unique items from gambling, but of course it's, you know, rare, doesn't happen very often. Uh, but yeah, no, I thought that was pretty cool because at that time I was looking for some Immortal King's armor, and I had never seen one drop off any boss ever, and I thought, wow, maybe I should just try and gamble for it, but it's probably just as long to get it. There's still only one item that I've never found. I found pretty much all the items in this game, but I can't even think of the name of one that it's a chest. It's an armor. Uh, but the other one is Death Fathom. Death Fathom is, the odds of finding that is absolutely ridiculous. In ladder, it's like you need to have like perfect everything, and even then it's still like 1 in 10 million. It's some ridiculous thing. I know I didn't finish the run in this game, but I'm not going to go back. Ooh, that's a superior. Okay. Let's see if okay. I'll keep that one. Never know. I might make 2 chains of honor.
Not enough mana.
Okay. Wow, getting really crappy drops here. This is crazy. It's also something I've always wanted to do, is just make like a crate. Like once I am a really high level on my sorceress, like 96, 97, something like that, I'd like to make a really, really insane magic find source. Like, I don't know, I've never done that before. Like, you know, where you have like 700 magic find or something like that. The thing is that every time that you go up in magic find, you generally lose damage or resistance because you're taking off an item that is so much better in terms of like protective. to damage, so I don't know. But people do all the time online. They have these crazy magic find sources, so I think it'd be cool to experience. Oh, come on, pick it up. Ah, of course. Come on, let me get the small charm. There we go. It's okay. It's not great, but it's okay. Alright guys, well, we are nearing the 2-hour mark, and I could continue, but I think I'm going to stop here. Let me just show you what I've gotten so far here. So, on the first section here, just mostly low to mid runes. I picked up some shields. I just thought that would be super interesting. That I was thinking maybe exile, but you know, I don't think so. But yeah, the main drop is Mal and Vex rune. And I mean, look at that shield. That's pretty cool though. All resistance 45%, 13 to enhance defense. I mean, that's going to make a really good exile or spirit. But yeah, 2 pretty good runes in about 2 hours. I think that's pretty awesome. So anyway, I thank you for joining, and I'll see you in the next one. Okay, have a good day. Stay safe. See ya.